Breaking news, Nigerians. Court restrained Nigerian workers, NLC, from going on strike. Faces June 19 for hearing in suit filed by Tinubu government. Niger, my country. The government are taking the NLC and the TUC to court, praying for an order to stop the planned nationwide strike. Nigerians, we just enter part 1. Welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you are just joining us, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The National Industrial Court of Nigeria has restrained the Nigerian Labour Congress from proceeding on a nationwide strike by next week Wednesday to protest against the fuel subsidy removal by the newly inaugurated President Bola Tinubu-led government. The court case NICN/ABJ/158/2023 is the federal government of Nigeria and the Attorney General of the Federation versus the Nigerian Labour Congress NLC and the Trade Union Congress TUC. The government had taken the NLC and the TUC to court, praying for an order to stop the planned nationwide strike. I have read the supporting affidavit, the exhibit the federal government brought, and the written address of the council. Having considered the application, I hereby order as follows. The motion is granted as prayed. An address by the court judge on Monday said, Sahara reporters had reported that the Nigerian Labour Congress had released its communique on Friday confirming the nationwide strike by next week Wednesday to protest against the fuel subsidy removal. The NLC had listed 12 grounds on which the nationwide action must go on, while digging out humongous corruption and unaccounted funds spent by the Nigerian government and the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, under the guise of fuel subsidy. This comes amid fuel shortages across the country, occasioned by President Bola Tinubu's inauguration speech, in which he declared that fuel subsidy is gone. The union announced the industrial action on Friday following a meeting of its National Executive Council, NEC, in Abuja over the fuel subsidy removal and subsequent hike in the pump price of petrol. Meanwhile, according to the communique signed by NLC President Comrade Joe Ajaro and the General Secretary Comrade Emmanuel, and obtained by Sahara reporters, the NLC listed out reasons why the nationwide strike must hold. The NEC in session considered the huge suffering prevailing the nation, the outrage expressed by the majority, and the increased attendant fears of the consequences of the PMS price hike. Unanimously condemned the action of the federal government and reached the following conclusions. 1. That it was unlawful for the federal government to have announced the withdrawal of the subsidy on PMS. 2. That the 2023 Appropriation Act made provisions for the fundings of the subsidy regime on PMS till the end of June 2023. 3. That it is unfair for the government to knowingly take action that will inflict pains on the populace and workers without putting adequate safeguard in place. 4. that discussions were already on and understanding reached with government on the conditions precedent before the withdrawal of subsidy on PMS. 5. That the local refineries, especially the publicly owned four, have remained comatose as a result of government's inability to get them operationally turned around. The number 6, that we cannot accept any petroleum product price increase until products are refined locally. Number 7, the federal government decision was unilaterally and therefore runs counter to the spirit of national consensus and social dialogue. Court has no right from restraining marginalized labor from going to strike. APC used this gimmick against ASU. They are now using it against labor as well. Government that took NLC to court, do they obey court judgment? Nobody will honor that kangaroo judgment. Strike commence on Wednesday. I knew it will come to this because in Ajaro, the government have met their match. Their propaganda and their blackmail will not work with the guy. So they ran to court, which has been a willing tool since the government of APC came to power in 2016. Nigeria has been captured by our enemies. So those clapping for Tinubu now will soon find out the mess they just plunged into. Very soon, Nigerian courts will restrain Nigerians from eating more than once in a day. This is just the beginning. Okay, guys, these are some reactions from Nigerians. Let's hear from you. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Thank you.